Good day everyone. So in this video, I am going to discuss Chapter 3, Criminal Investigation and its Doctrine. So first, what is criminal investigation as an art? Criminal investigation as an art that deals with the identification and location of criminal offenders and then providing their guilt through criminal proceeding. Some authors stress that criminal investigation is more than an art rather than a science because it is not governed by rigid rules of principles. Most often than not, it is governed by intuition, felicity, or inspiration, and to a minor extent by a chance. So sabi nga natin, why criminal investigation is considered an art? Okay? Because it requires skills as well as good imagination. Okay? Kasi nga, kailangan mo pong alamin kung sino ang nag-commit ng crime, kung saan ang location ng criminal offender, or kung saan siya nakatira, and kailangan mo po siyang providean ng mga evidence para mapatunayan na siya nga ang may sala sa krimeng nangyari. Okay? So that's why you need to have with you your skills and also with the good imaginations. Okay? Sabi dyan, some authors stress that criminal investigation is more than an art rather than a science. Because it says here that it is an art because it is not governed by rigid rules of principles kasi nga you are just laying with your imaginations and intuitions. Okay? Again, criminal investigation as a science. Okay? Why it is considered as a science? Because criminal investigation is a systematic method of inquiry that is more like a science than an art. Criminal investigators primarily apply scientific knowledge. Okay? Because when we say science, it talks about on knowledge. Okay? Including principles and methodologies in order to discover, identify, collect, and process facts and evidence to promote justice. However, use of scientific method must be supplemented by the investigator's initiative and resourcefulness in finding solution of criminal cases. The sequence of investigation must follow a scientific operating framework that requires imagination, innovation, and creativeness on the part of the investigator. So, criminal investigation is considered to be a science because it requires systematic method. So, when we say systematic method is that kailangan po ito ng maayos na method. Okay? Maayos at tamang method wherein it is like a science because you need to use and you need to have with you the proper knowledge. Okay? Because you need to discover and identify and also to process yung mga facts or yung mga katotohanan. Kasama na po dyan ang mga ebidensya para lang po mabigay natin ang justice sa part ng victim. Okay? So, that's why it's very important that the investigators must be well-equipped with imaginations, with innovations, and creativeness. Okay? On the part of the criminal investigators. Criminal investigation as a process involves the systematic process of identifying, collecting, preserving, and evaluating data or raw facts to produce valuable information to prosecute a criminal offender that eventually leads to proper administration of justice. So, ang tinatawag po natin mga procedure po dyan is that, una, you need to identify. Kailangan mong alamin kung sino yung gumawa ng krimen, and then after that, you need to collect evidences. Pagka nakakapag-collect ka na ng evidences, kailangan mo pong ma-preserve or panatilihin yung evidence na na-collect mo from the crime scene. Okay? And then after that, you need to evaluate the data. So, ibig sabihin, kailangan mong okay, yung mga katotohanan which is makakapag-produce ng valuable information para mabigyan natin ng sala yung criminal offender. Wherein, pag nagawa natin yun, mabibigay natin ng hustisya sa part ng victim. As a process, criminal investigation primarily deals with information and it should be founded on a systematic plan. So number one therein is criminal investigation deals with the information. So generally speaking, what we think as evidence relating to a crime is information subject to use. So information, however, obtaining or developing evidence is not easy or as simple of what people think. Okay? Hindi po madaling maghanap ng mga valuable information. Okay? Hindi po yon ganoon kadali, kagaya po ng iniisip ng mga ibang tao on the part of the investigator. Okay? The information that is valuable in criminal investigation is actually composed of set of data or raw facts which were gathered and then processed to form a more distinctive information that can be recognized by a sensible person as proof of certain case or situations. Okay? Another, number 2 is criminal investigation based on a systematic plan. Okay? Systematic plan or yung tinatawag ding mga maayos na pagpaplano or yung tamang pagpaplano. Okay? It facilitates logical flow of investigation. So, para magkaroon ng magandang flow ng investigation, so dapat magkaroon kayo ng tama at maayos na plano. Okay? Without any systematic plan, relevant and highly significant evidence may be overlooked during preliminary investigation. Okay? Evidences that are identified may be inefficiently gathered or improperly preserved, and wrong conclusion may be drawn as consequences. Okay, kaya nga po kailangan ng mga systematic plans kasi nga baka magkaroon kayo ng maling conclusion during the preliminary investigation. Okay? That is criminal investigation as a process. Next, we have the threefold aim of criminal investigation. Number 1, you need to identify the suspect. Okay? Ang pinaka-aim po talaga ng pag-iimbestiga or bakit nga ba nag-iimbestiga is to identify the suspect. Sino nga ba? Kailangan mong alamin kung sino yung gumawa ng krimen. Okay. Number 2, you need to locate the suspect. So, hindi lang po matatapos na dapat malaman mo kung sino. So, pagkatapos po nun, kailangan mo siyang i-locate, kailangan mo siyang i-apprehend, kailangan mo siyang huliin. Okay? And then number 3 is to provide evidence for his guilt. Kailangan mong maghanap ng mga ebidensya na makapagpatunay na siya nga talaga ang gumawa ng krimen. Okay? That are the 3 aims of criminal investigation. Okay? So, what is criminal investigator or who is a criminal investigator? Okay? So, a criminal investigator is a person who is charged with the duty of carrying on the objectives of criminal investigation. Actually, criminal investigator is a public safety officer, okay, who is tasked to conduct investigation. Siyempre, investigator, ang kanyang pinaka-main task is to investigate. Okay? He is tasked to conduct the investigation of all criminal cases as provided for the embodied under the revised penal code, criminal laws, and special laws which are criminal in nature. So, criminal investigator is a well-trained, disciplined, and experienced professional in the field of criminal investigation. So, what are the functions of criminal investigator? So, number 1, identification. Kailangan niyang alamin kung ano yung krimen na nangyari at kung sino yung gumawa ng krimen. Number 2, collection. Number 3, preservation. So, kailangan mong i-maintain yung mga evidence na nakalap mo doon sa crime scene. And number 4, evaluate or processing, which is yung tinatawag natin kailangan yung suriin ng mabuti. Okay? After nyong masuri yung mga evidence na nag-gather nyo doon sa crime scene, number 5 is to present the evidence and the criminal case or presentation of evidence and the criminal case. Okay? The golden rules of or for criminal investigators. So upon arriving at the crime scene, the criminal investigator must observe these golden rules before or while processing the crime scene. So these rules can be applied to any type of crime scene. So take note, ito pong rules na i-discuss ko ay maia-apply po sa mga kung ano man or iba't ibang klase man ng crime scene. Ito po yung pinaka-main na rules or procedures na kailangan na gawin ng mga criminal investigators. Number 1, identify and if possible, retain for questioning the person who first notified the police. So for example, a crime happened and then someone call. Ngayon, pagka punta nyo sa crime scene, okay, kailangan nyong i-retain or pag-stayhin yung taong nag-notify sa inyo kung sino man. Okay? Kung sino man siya, okay, nang sa ganun, makuhanan nyo siya ng mga information. Okay? Kailangan nyong i-retain yung mga taong nag-notify or yung tumawag sa inyo na merong nang nangyaring krimen. Okay? That is for questioning. Number 2, determine the perpetrator for direct inquiry or through observation if his identity is obvious. So, pagka nandun ka na sa crime scene, kasi nga, diba, na-notify ka with the use of call, and then pagpunta nyo sa crime scene, confirm merong ngang nangyaring krimen, and then, you need to be very observable on the environment. Kasi possible, nandoon lang yon sa mismong crime scene yung perpetrator or yung offender. Kasi minsan, obvious yung kanilang identity. Okay? Number 3, detain all persons present at the crime scene. So, lahat ng mga present doon sa crime scene ay kailangan yung i-detain. Okay? Number 4, summon assistance if necessary. Assign specific duties to assistance if any. So, pag kailangan mo po ng assistance ng iyong mga kasama, okay, you need to assign their specific duties. Okay, para magbigay ng assist. Number 5, immediately separate witnesses or suspects for the purpose of securing independent statements. So, syempre, kailangan mong paghiwa-hiwalayin yung mga witnesses kasi nga, 'di ba? Baka naman yung si witness A, si witness B at saka si witness C pinag-usap-usapan lang nila yung kanilang mga sasabihin. So, to have a valuable information na mag-gather mo sa kanila, i-separate mo sila, paghiwalayin mo, nang sa ganun makakuha ka din ng independent statements. Okay? Number 6, protect the area by giving appropriate orders and by physically isolating it. The best way to protect the area is to cordon the area. You can use the so-called police line. Okay? So, for example, yung police line, diba, ito po yung yellow na line na meron po nakalagay na police line, do not cross. Ilalagay mo po, i-cordon mo po yun doon sa mismong crime scene. That is one way or the best way to protect the crime scene. For example, wala kayong police line, you can use human barricade. Okay? Human barricade in a sense na mag-summon ka ng assistance ng mga barangay council. Okay, or barangay members. Yan, i-assist ka nila or bigyan mo sila ng direction na tulungan ka nila na i-barricade mo na yung crime scene habang naghihintay ka ng assistance or yung pagkuha ng pag-cordon ng area which is the police line. Pwede po yun human barricade. Nang sa ganun, hindi po basta-basta merong pumapasok at lumalabas which is unauthorized. Number 7, permit only authorized people to enter the crime scene boundary. So, take note, wag na wag po kayong basta-basta nagpapapasok ng mga unauthorized person doon sa loob ng crime scene kasi pwede pong makontaminate yung mga evidence and possibly magkakaroon po ng planting of evidence. Okay? So, ang mga authorized person, syempre yung mga investigators, okay? Kahit po media, hindi po sila dapat authorized na makapasok sa loob ng crime scene kasi meron lamang po silang specific na area kung saan lamang po sila pwedeng magbigay ng information. Number 8, do not touch or move any object found at the crime scene. Yan po ang pinaka-general rule. Dapat po wag na wag po nga hawakan or aalisin or babaguhin yung mga object na nakita mo doon sa crime scene. Okay? Kasi nga, sabi ko nga, pwede pong makontaminate yung mga evidence na yon which is pwede siyang gamitin sa kaso. Okay? Basic doctrines in criminal jurisprudence. Yan po ang golden rule. Do not touch, move, and alter any piece of evidence unless it is properly photographed, measured, unlabeled, and sketched. So, wag na wag nyo pong hahawakan, babaguhin, or i-alter yung kahit na anumang pieces ng evidence doon sa crime scene hanggat hindi mo ito na photograph ng mabuti, nami-measure, nalilabel at sketch. Okay? So, pagkatapos ng mga yon, for example, na-photograph mo na siya, nasukat mo na siya, nabigyan mo na ng labeling, and then na-sketch mo na din siya, so, pwede mo na siyang i-touch. Pero make sure, pagka yan ay kukunin mo na, dapat as an investigator, you should wear with you the gloves. Okay, gloves po, yung linalagay po sa kamay natin, nang sa ganon, hindi po malagyan ng any contamination doon sa mga evidence na yon. Baka makita pa yung fingerprint mo doon kasi nga hindi ka gumamit ng proper na item para kunin yung mga evidence na yon. Okay, so that's all for today. And we will continue our discussion on the next video. So have a good day.